Hello, lovers of the portal, and welcome to another edition of Sunday Savasana. Today, we're being realistic. Sometimes you just want to hop in bed. You want to hop on a nice, soft surface, maybe the couch, and you're not really always going to want to do it on the floor. And that's okay, or on a mat. So today we're going to look at side lying Savasana in bed or on the couch. So remember, the goal of Savasana is to consciously relax, to deliberately find stillness. So in order to do this, there are some conditions that need to be set for you. Things need to be still, so it needs to be pretty quiet. It should ideally be dark, so an eye cover is recommended to help with that. And safe and warm, so have a blanket in case you need it, and lock the doors so that you can feel like you're hunkered down for, we're going to do a good 20-minute practice today, which is my favorite amount of time to do it. But I think a non-negotiable 10 minutes is usually if I'm like trying to rush through it, and some days 30 to 40 minutes. So we'll meet in the middle here today. So on a side lying, you want to find, I actually prefer my left side. It's just my preference. If you've just eaten something, left side is definitely the way to go, so it doesn't impede upon your digestion. Otherwise, you want to have a nice pillow available at the top for your head, and it needs to be, so if I'm looking at my body like this space right in here is how thick, this space right in here, right, is how thick I need that pillow to be. And if it's smaller, if it's like a smaller pillow, it squishes down like that, then what happens is your head goes like that, and then it crunches this part of your neck. So you want to be in the center. Maybe let's just take a centering breath before we go down. And then a nice big inhale and lift the shoulders up and squeeze the arms, sort of like a little chihuahua. And then let it go with everything. Maybe do a little seaweed dance, a little organic movement with your head, your neck. Okay. All the willies out, and now find yourself on your side. And before you go down, make sure you have a couple of pillows there available to you as an option. So once I'm down on the bed, I want to put both shoulders on the bed. So it's sort of like I'm lying in a twist from yoga class. So that's my first step. Now you want to make sure you have space behind you and in front of you on the bed. If you're like me on a twin, or if you're on a couch, the back cushion, you just can sally yourself right up next to that back cushion, because it's going to act as your friend there in the back. So this is the pillow I like between my legs, between my knees and ankles. So I'm going to put it there so that it creates, again, we're looking for that symmetry in the skeleton. So if my legs, if this represents my hips and my legs, and if I let my legs collapse like that, it's putting weird pressure on those joints. So if you could put that pillow there so that the legs both go straight down, that's good stuff. Take another fat pillow. Let's see, I'm going to take this one for the back. And that is so you can sort of lean back on it. And this top arm, I'm on my right side, so it's my left arm, could lean there if it wanted to. And then take another pillow and place it right in the space in front of your body. Now both my shoulders are still down on the earth. This is how I want to do it. And then you can decide to hug that front pillow, and you can turn a little bit, but really try to keep your shoulder down on the bed or down on the surface. Your bottom shoulder, as opposed to rolling over onto the bicep. Stay back on the shoulder. And then that top arm could just lean back. It might feel nicer for you. And then your last step would be to take a blanket over top if you would like, and an eye cover over top here if you would like. And then we're going to rest for 20 minutes here. First, find a slow, long, deep breathing pattern. And if you can, focus on your breath. Focus on your body, letting go and finding stillness. You can search through and scan the body for any tension and give it permission to soften. Finding a very slow, soft breath. And if thoughts arise, simply find yourself going back to the breath, back to letting go in the body. And see if you can do this very gentle dance of no thoughts. And if thoughts arrive, acknowledge and return to the breath. And see if you can let go just a little more somewhere in your body. Wiggle around until you find that comfortable spot and let go, and let yourself go for 20 minutes. And slowly start to come back. Start to notice your breath. Hopefully you're feeling really rested. I am. I did that one with you fully. So you might just take it really slow. You might be ready to move onto your back, and you might want to stretch and reach your toes down and reach your arms up. And you might not be ready to move that much yet, so maybe just find your fingertips and maybe a deeper breath. Maybe start to move the toes and the feet. And this process of coming back should be very slow and very relaxed, so you can linger in the softness. So you can stay in that gear as long as you wish. So I'm going to push that pillow out of the way and put this pillow back over here. And when I get up, I'm going to press into this bed with my hands and push up. Let my head stay very soft. And speaking of being on your side, that's the good way for your skeleton and your body and your muscles and your joints to lie on the side. It's how we put a person in Savasana that cannot lie on their backs. For instance, someone who's pregnant, or someone who has a back problem, a herniated disc or something like that. So, and maybe you just want to lie on your side because it feels nice. So remember that thing about keeping the space here full with pillow and keeping the shoulder blades on the bed, and as opposed to putting the bicep down on the bed. So, I don't know about you, but that was challenging for me. It's midday here, and it's always fun to find when should I do this practice. And sometimes I like doing it late morning, sometimes early afternoon, sometimes late afternoon. Early evening before dinner is a great time if you're somebody who's working 9 to 5, trying to come home and run a family, cook dinner. And if you're like a stay-at-home mom and the kids and the husband are gone, or vice versa, stay-at-home dad, mom, and kids are gone, doing this around like 10, 11 a.m. can be nice for you. So play around with when you like doing it. I had a lot of thoughts coming through this time, and it's always just going back to the breath. That's the practice. It's a practice of discipline and surrender, which is part of why we're calling it corpse pose, because a corpse is completely surrendered. We're not that 100% in it, but we're as close as we can get. We're still using those muscles to breathe, but everything else is not used during that pose. So next time I will walk you through something a little bit more thoroughly. This time we kind of just dove in and lights out. So hope that was good for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking great care of yourself. It translates into us making the world more healthy. So thank you for participating in that. Have a beautiful day out there. And if you can, lift somebody up today. Bye for now.